Hello, it's another week. Happy Monday. We're a few minutes early here. Just want everyone to get anything that they are missing. Today we're going to do a mix. We're going to start out first half of the class. It'll probably go about an hour and 15 minutes with Shavasana. First half will be some stability. So we'll be standing. We will do some seated. Most of it's going to be standing though. We have the chair. Sturdy chair with a flat back. So if anytime you need to sit down, you can. Just some stability balance. We will probably sweat a little with that too. And then we will come down to the chair and do some chair yoga. We'll also use a small ball. So we'll do some, use some balance moves with the ball and also do some light toning with the ball. So it'll give you some ways that you can use your muscles without using weights. And then this afternoon is supposed to get nice. So this is a good break in the day. If you've been doing any housework this morning because it's yucky out and you want to give yourself a break, rejuvenate your body. Also, the stability, the core, the balance, it helps strengthen our core system, which helps keep healthy, our back in good health, and our spinal alignment, and the flexibility and the strength with the yoga. So it'll help rejuvenate anything that might be aching because you've been doing a lot of whatever it is you've been doing that you're not used to doing. All right. So we still got a few more minutes. You want to make sure you have sneakers, good sturdy sneakers or something has a stable base to it and some good support. And small balls or just something that, you know, if you can't use any resistance on it, even if it's just a ball of yarn. So have a few more minutes. And also you want to have some water close by. Yikes. I'll be right back and get my water. It's important to have water at any time you need it. If I don't call for it, remember, give yourself that break. Grab your water. Get the music going. Maybe crack a window. Still have another minute or so. Just want to make sure when everybody gets here that we have the small ball, we have our sneakers, we have our water, and we have a chair. That's about all we're going to need. Like I said, we will do a mix. We'll start out with some stability balance, do some light toning, and we'll end up doing some chair yoga. And that'll be seated and standing. The first part will be mostly standing. So you can put the ball on the chair. And we're going to stand up. Well, thank you all for being here. Let's see, he's here. All right. Remember also, at any time, you can go back and replay this. Come to the right side of the chair. I'm just going to stand up nice and tall. So, another week. We've gotten through another week. Pretty much midway. So maybe we're not realizing how much time is flying by as we're going within and engaging with family and projects and friends in a whole new way. Also remembering to not get out of our regular routine for our exercise and our diet. Getting outside. It's very important to have some form of regularity that will also benefit us. Alright, we're going to stand up nice and tall. Feet hip width apart. I'm going to turn us down just a little bit. So it all starts with alignment. Feel like you're between two walls. Core is engaged. Feet hip width apart. Feet pointing forward too. Sometimes people stand with one foot out to the side. Right there we're throwing off our alignment, which can cause all kinds of problems. A knee issue can cause a back issue, a shoulder issue. There's so many things. So if your one foot's out to the side, really look to see where you are standing. Bring it in, and if you're not used to that, you might feel it through your hip because you're kind of retraining yourself. Some people just go to a chiropractor once every couple of weeks and they get readjusted and then they go right back out. If you start to do more core, strength, balance, yoga, stretch, any of this stuff, this will start to keep you in that alignment. So you won't need to have that regular adjustment, and it's going to be more healthy because your body's going to be there naturally. Let's pull the pelvic floor up and in, pull the belly in and up, and create that throat lock. Bringing the head back, tipping the chin. Reaching the fingers towards the earth, letting the shoulders sink down as we breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. We're going to start to release some tension. Pull the shoulders up in the ears and let them drop. In through the nose and out through the nose. Roll the shoulders up and around and down, and up and around and down, and up and around and down. From back to front, up and around and down, up and around and down, and up and around and down. This time we're going to breathe in through the nose and exhale out. A nice big breathing in. Let it all release. All the tensions of the day, of the week, the month. Breathing in. Let's do one more. Breathing in. So, I'm just going to start to just a little march in place. So we want to connect with that breath. Don't hold the breath at any time. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And we will be breathing here as we start to pick things up. We're going to do a little march in place, a little active, a little balance movement here. So we'll be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and hold. 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 The chair is there if you need it, lightly tapping it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and hold. This time we're going to hold longer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's hold 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 and hold. This time for 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 and hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 and hold one more time for 3, 2, 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 and hold for 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's come back down. This time let's just come a little bit wider. Now, feet slightly angled to the side and the front. We're going to lower and lift. Knees behind the toes. Bring the arms out. And lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. Shoulders above the hips. Core is engaged. Lower. And lift. And lower. And lift. Let's lower and hold this here. Pull the pelvic floor up and in. Lift the right heel and lower. The left heel and lower. The right heel and lower. The left heel and lower. The right heel, lower. The left heel, lower. The right heel, hold it, hold it, hold it. Bring it down. Left heel. Lift and hold it, and hold it, and hold it, and bring it down. Let's extend those legs. Walk the feet together. Not the whole way. We're going to do some little hamstring kicks behind us. So legs are wide. Bring the right heel and the left, and the right heel and the left, and the right heel. And so you can lightly tap the chair if you like. Right heel and left, right heel and left. We're going to do that same balance. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. 1, 2. Chairs there. 3, 4, 5, and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. Keep that core engaged. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. Let's bring those legs back down. Just a little march wide. Come back to the right side of the chair. Bring those legs in. So we're going to do some little standing crunches. First, bring those arms up. Sweep the arms down. Getting those shoulders warmed up. So if it bothers your shoulders to bring them up like this, then keep the palms facing in. Sweep them up this way. Up and down. And up and down. And up and down. Bring those arms up, and we're going to crunch. So we bring the arms down as we bring that right leg up. And open and left. Breathing in and out and in. Hold the balance. Open together. Open together. Open together. Open together. Control that leg when it comes down. Open together. Open together. Open together. Open together. Open together. Now we're going to stay here, and I'm just going to bring that knee up. So a little cross. Bring that arm in. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We're lightly tapping the toes. Let's do 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5. Left leg's firmly balanced. 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Let's step back. That right leg. Left leg forward. You can lightly tap the chair here. We're going to come up on those back heels and drop back, lifting those front toes. Hips are level, core's engaged. Right arm up and down. Or you can bring both arms. Reaching up, exhale lower. Breathing in, lift the back heel. Exhale lower, lift the toes. Breathing in and out. Sweeping up and down and up and down. Let's do 4 more. And 3 each time, coming up a little bit higher. Palms facing in. And 2. Now 1. Let's reach up. Hold it here. Pressing through that front left foot and on those back toes. Reaching, feel that stretch to the whole body. Now press that back heel down. Bring the arms down. Fists behind the lower back. Bring the elbows back. You want to make sure that heel is behind the toes. This is a hip flexor stretch. It also involves some balance, core stability. From here, we're going to lift that back heel and press it down, just the heel. And lift, and lower, and lift, and lower, and lift, and lower. Sweep the arms up, reach up, sweep the arms down, and unlock the fingers, open up to the chest. Keep the spine long. You can stay here or come forward at a 45-degree angle. That left leg support you, engage the core as we come back up. Let's bring both legs together. Let's march in place again. We're going to come behind the chair and over to the other side. Keep coming over. I'm going to move the chair. Do those crunches again. Sweeping the arms up. Now let's stay here. Left knee down and open and right and open and left. Control and right. Core is engaged. Left and open and right and open and left and open, and right, and open, and left. Now let's stay here. Plant that foot behind. We're going to do firmly planted on that right leg. We're going to bring that knee up. Bring the arms across. 4, 3, 2, 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right. Right foot forward, left leg back this time. Press through that back heel. Keep it behind the toes. When you lift that back heel, lift the front toes. Core is engaged, hips are stable. You can tap the chair lightly with that right arm. If you don't want to bring both arms up, bring in the left arm up. And exhale down. Or you can sweep both arms up. Core is engaged. Lift the back heel. Exhale, lift the front toes. We lean in as we lift. And exhale over. Sweeping it up, nice and fluid. Exhale down. Each time coming up a little bit higher yet, palms facing in. And up. And down. And up. And down. 2 more. Breathing in. And out. Now we're going to reach up and hold. Reach up. Lengthen. Reach towards the sun. Up on those back toes. Receive a breath. Now press that back heel down. Make sure it's behind the toes. Bring our fists to our lower back. Little hip flexor stretch again, pressing the hips forward. Front knee bent behind the toes. Bringing those elbows back and out to the side. Core is engaged. We're just going to, this time, sweep the arms up. Reach up. Let the shoulders relax. Now we're going to lift the back heel and lower. And lift. And lower. Just that heel. And lift. And lower. And lift. And lower. Sweep the arms down behind the back and lock the fingers up and up to the chest as we breathe in. You can stay here or come forward. That slight angle. That right leg support you. Spine is long, core is engaged. Receive a breath as we come back up. Bring both legs together. All right, let's march in place. Just go a little slower, bringing each knee up at a time. And lift, and lift, and lift, and lift, and lift, and lift, and lift. Now let's stay here. Feet up width apart, lightly tapping the chair. Shift our weight over to that right leg. Gonna bring that left knee up. Core is engaged. Pull the pelvic floor in, belly into the spine. Rotate that left foot 3 times one way, 3 times the other way. Again, if you can release the chair. If you're holding it, you're just very lightly tapping it. Then extend the leg and bend, and extend, and bend, and extend, and bend, and extend, and bend, and extend, and bend. Just put it down for a little break. Save a breath. Actually, we're going to stay here. We're going to pivot on that toe. Bring the knee out, and in, and out, and in. Bring the palms together, hands to heart center, and out, and in. Do 4 more. Stabilize on that right leg. We're strengthening the joints, the ankle, the knee, the hips, and in. Now, if you can, bring that left knee up. Pulse it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Gently bring it down. Shake those legs out. Feet hip width apart. Lightly tap the chair. The right hand, sweep that left arm up. Reach up. Exhale, reach out and over towards that chair. Turn the palm away as we sweep it down. Let's come over to the other side. We are not done yet on that side. Just going to even it out. Let's march in place as we come over. So we're loosening everything up here. Core's engaged when we march. Just think about how we're marching. Nice and tall. Put your hands here, anywhere, and feel. And remember, our core is not just here in our belly. There's a band that runs below and above our belly buttons and around our hips. So when we do these hip stabilizations and we bring that alignment, we're strengthening our core. All right, come back to center. Feet hip width apart. Lightly tapping the chair. Then you can let go if you need to. If you can't, shift your weight over to that left leg. First engage before you come into that balance. Think about this also in your everyday life. If you're climbing up a step ladder at home or up out in the yard on a ladder, you're more balanced when you engage. Pull the pelvic floor in, belly into the spine, tip that chin. Shift the weight over that left leg, bring that right knee up. Rotate that foot. 3 times one way. 3 times the other way. And from here, extend and bend. Extend and bend. Remember the chair's there. Extend. So if you're on a big, thick, heavy cushy carpet. It's a little different than the gym floor. And extend. Let's bring the toes down. Palms together, hands to heart center. Just pivot out to the side. So this is like a modified tree. Open the knee out, and in, and out, and in, and out, and in. Engage the core, bring that right knee up. Now we're going to pulse it up 8 times. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Place that right leg down. Shake those legs out. Feet hip width apart. Lightly tapping the chair. Sweep the right arm up. Reach up, lengthen. Exhale, reach out and over that chair to the left side. Then stretch that right side. Turn the palm away. Sweep it down. So hopefully your ball is on the chair. If your ball is on the floor, do not drop your head below your heart. Safely come down and pick the ball up. Right. So I'm going to bring that left foot forward, right leg back again. Both feet pointing forward, stabilizing those hips. Going to use the ball. Core is engaged. Upper body's tall. Bring the ball out in front in between the palms. So we're going to squeeze and release the ball, keeping everything engaged. We don't arch our back. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Let's squeeze and hold. And hold. Spine is long. And hold. And hold. Release the tension. Do not arch the back. So we bring the arms up for 2. And down for 2. Core is engaged. And up for 2. And lower for 2. And lift for 2. And lower for 2. See, the back is nice and long and it does not move. And lower for 2. Up for 2. We're going to stay here. Now we're going to squeeze and release up overhead. Core is engaged, shoulders are relaxed. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. We're going to squeeze and hold. And hold. And hold. And release. Let's bring the ball down. Let's bring that right leg to meet the left. Might be feeling that in those hips. All right. Let's feet hip width apart again. Lightly tap the chair. Sweep that right arm up and over. Get that nice stretch. And up. And out to the side. So we're going to have the palm facing up. We're going to do some little lifts here. A little toning with the arms. Again, core is engaged. Upper body's tall. Shoulders are relaxed. Lift. 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 Now hold this here. Turn the palm and the ball so it's facing down. Now we're going to press it down. Keep everything engaged. Press. And lower. And lower. And lower. And press. And press. And press. And press. Now turn the ball and the palm so it's out in front. Same thing. Everything's engaged. Shoulders relaxed. Going to press it forward. Press. 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 Not too far. 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Now the ball and the palm are facing back. Now I'm just going to press it back. Core is engaged. Press. 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 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that ball in. You should feel that in those arms. And we didn't even use a weight. All right. Let's come over to the other side. You need to move anything, please. Use your core if you lift your chair. All right. So this time, left side of the chair. Right foot forward, left foot back. It's very important that that back heel is behind the toes. Sometimes we think it is, and then when we look down, it's in. So let's physically pick it up, pull it out, and then realign our bodies. Shoulders above the hips, hips stabilized. Again, bringing the ball out in front. Shoulders are relaxed, core is engaged. So we're not using the wrists or the fingers. It's the whole arm. We feel this toning, and we feel through our whole core. Let's squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. We're going to squeeze and hold it for 4, 3, 2, 1. Now while we're squeezing, we're going to bring it up for 2 and release it. And lower for 2. Squeeze it. Bringing it up for 2. Release it. Lower for 2. Engage that core. Squeeze. Bring it up for 2. Release it. Lower for 2. One more. Squeeze. Bring it up for 2. Release it. Lower for 2. So let's bring it up for 2. Now we're going to squeeze and release. Pulse. And pulse. And pulse. And squeeze. And 4, and 3, and 2. Shoulders relaxed, and 1. Squeeze and hold, and hold, and hold, and release. Bring that ball down. All right. So let's, we gotta bring that, let's bring the legs together. Feet up apart. We can add a little march with this time. So, same thing. Ball and palm are facing up. Add a little march. If you don't feel comfortable with the march, you can stand still and lightly tap the chair. So we're going to bring it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, ball and palm facing down. Press, 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 press. Now, ball and palm facing front. Let's stand tall with our core engaged here. Just press it forward. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Turn the ball and the palm facing back. Keep everything engaged. Shoulders relaxed. Presses back. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that ball in. You should feel that. Put the ball on the chair for now. And do some stuff with the legs here. So, I'm going to be alongside the seat back, feet hip width apart. Lightly tapping the chair, shift our weight over to that right leg. Bring that left leg out to the side, point the toes, they're just hovering. And, just going to lift, and lift. Little lifts out to the side, and lift, nothing too deep. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring that leg in. Shake those legs out. We're going to come into a little chair pose. So I'm going to shift. We're going to sit up nice. First, stand up nice and tall. Palms together, hands to heart center, feet pointing forward, sink down into the chair. When we sink down into the chair, the knees stay behind the toes. We do not we do not arch or tuck it under. Spine is long, at an angle, core is engaged. Holding this here, we're going to add to it. We're going to use our chair, so it's okay to hold the chair. Shift our weight over to that left leg. Bring that right knee up. Let's rotate that foot again. Feels so good. Rotate that ankle 3 times one way, 3 times the other way. And you want to keep that left knee behind the toes. Bring that right leg across the top of that left thigh. Receive a breath and then start to sink down. As you sink down, the hips come back. You do not shift forward with the knee. Spine stays long. Holding on to the chair. Receive a breath. If you feel comfortable letting go of the chair, you can bring your palms together. Hands to heart center. Getting more of that stabilization. Receive a breath. If you want to go a little deeper, you can go a little deeper. You can also hold on to the chair. Sinking those hips back. Feeling that deeper through that right hamstring. Stabilizing that left leg. Another breath in. Engage your core as we slowly come back up. Let's bring that right leg to meet the left. All right. Let's use that ball again. So right foot forward, left leg back. We're going to do some triceps. So the ball's going to be in both hands behind us. I'm going to pulse the arms up behind. Again, both feet are pointing forward, hips are stabilized, core is engaged. Let's lift for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Put the ball down, down. Let's come over to the other side. Again, you can march over to the other side. Remember when we're marching, think of those majorettes. They have that real perfect alignment. They're standing up nice and tall. That's how you want to be. All right. Yeah, core if you need to move that chin. All right. So, both feet pointing forward, hip width apart, alongside that seat back. Shift our weight over to that left leg. Core is engaged. Bring that right leg out to the side. Very small lifts. Lift. Lift. Toes are just hovering. Lift. Toes are pointed. Lift. Do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake those legs out and come into that chair pose. All right. Receive a breath. Sinking down in the chair. Feel the pelvic floor engaged, core is engaged, spine is long, shoulders are relaxed, chest is open, knees behind the toes. Now shift your weight to that right leg. Bring that left knee up. The chair's there if you need it. Rotate that foot 3 times one way, 3 times the other way. Now bring that leg across the top of that right thigh. Receive a breath. As we sink down, we shift back through the hips. Knee stays right where it is, above the ankle. You can hold onto the chair or let go, bring the palms together. Receive a breath. If you want to go a little deeper, sink down a little bit more. Keep the chest open and the spine long. Feeling that deeper stretch, that left hamstring. Keep your gaze in front, out in front, something not moving. Another breath in. Each, of course, slowly come back up and release. Shake those legs out. All right, let's get that ball again. And this time, I'm going to bring that right foot forward, left leg back, and do some more of those triceps again. So, balls in his hand, balls in the hands, shoulder blades come back, open up to the chest. Just going to lift, lift. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're going to keep the ball. So we're going to sink down. We're going to watch that front knee. We're going to sink back into a lunge, and then we're going to bring the knee up and kick. And you can hold on to the chair. All right, so it's going to look like this. You're going to sink back and kick and shift. So you want to be very careful when you come down. You keep that front knee behind the toes. In that lunge, bringing that knee down and kick. We have the chair. Okay, let's do it for 8 and 7. Knee up and kick. And 6. Really step back. And 5. Whoops, just dropped the ball. And 4. And 3. And 2. And 1. Let's step back. Hold the lunge. Keep a hold of that ball. Sinking down. Bring that ball up. Shoulders are relaxed. Let's lower. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold this here. Shoulders are relaxed. Shift over to the left and back. And over. And back. And over. And back. And over. And back. See if we can do 4 more. And 3. And 2. It's like we're against the wall. And 1. All right. Let's bring both feet together. You're going to put the ball on the chair. Just set it back so it's not in your way. And we're going to turn towards the chair. All right. I'm actually going to stand back a little bit. We're going to do some planks on the chair. You want to keep your head above the heart. Sweep the arms up and back. Press the hips forward. Going to come into tabletop. As we come into tabletop, hands underneath the shoulders, feet underneath the hips. You can come onto your fist with your thumbs pointing forward. Pull the belly into the spine. Receive a breath. Now round and arch in a cat. Bring it back into tabletop. Let's bring that right leg back and the left leg back to meet it. So in a plank. Either the hands or fists underneath the shoulders, the thumbs forward, or you can come onto your forearms. So some people like to do it one way, some the other. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Core is engaged. Don't let the belly sag or lift the hips. So I'll do it the first time on the elbows, forearms, and then I'll do it with the extended arms. We're going to hold this for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, let's bring those hips up. Walk the feet in part way. We're going to sink the hips back over the heels. So now we're sinking them back. Extending the arms, palms loosely on the chair. Head above the heart, in between the shoulders. Feel that deeper stretch through the hips, down the back of the legs. Getting that release. The breath. Lower the hips, hands on our thighs, open up through the chest. Receive a breath, exhale, round and roll up, tucking the chin. 1 vertebrae at a time, sweeping the arms up, palms together, hands to heart center. Let's start to march in place again. Again, that nice alignment. Pull that belly into the spine. Really pay attention to how you're marching, bringing those knees up nice and high. I'm going to march over to the other side. Other side. All right, now we're going to do that lunge again. You can grab that ball and lightly tap the chair with that right hand. Right foot forward, we step back with that left. Sink down to that lunge. Knee up and extend. Sink down, extend. Lower. And kick. And lower. and kick. Let's do 6, 5. Watch that front knee when you sink down. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now let's sink down into that lunge. Bring that ball up and bring that other hand to meet it if you can. We're going to pulse it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here. Shift over to the chair and back. And over. And back. Shoulders are relaxed. And over. Holding that lunge. And over. And back. 4 more. Over. Breathe in. And exhale. 2 more. And 1 more. All right. Just arms down. Just tuck that ball into the kind of that crevice there where the seat back meets the seat. And we're going to come to facing the chair again. Okay? We're going to come in that tabletop first. Feet hip width apart. So the arms up and back. Press the hips forward. Hands underneath the shoulders. This time you can choose. If you don't like being extended arm, you can come onto that forearm. If you don't like doing the planks, you can grab a water. Or with your fist with your thumbs pointing forward. Bring that left leg back. Bring the right leg back to meet it. Now shift forward. So you see the belly's not sagging. The hips are not lifted. Core is engaged. It's good if you have a mirror you can look in. And you want those hands or elbows underneath the shoulders. Hold it for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's bring those legs in. Bring the hips up and back. Extend the arms. Press the palms gently, very lightly. Not even pressing them onto the seat. They're very loose. Sink the hips back, slightly past the heels. Just stay here. Feel this gentle release. The whole way through the arms, to the shoulders, down the spine, through the hips, lower back, down the back of the legs. Bending the knees, keep knees behind the toes, hands under our thighs, open up to the chest as we breathe in. Exhale, round and roll up, tucking the chin. 1 vertebrae at a time, sweeping the arms up, palms together, hands to heart center. Gonna check the time real quick. Got a couple more things here to do. So, I just got these chairs, so they have a very thick, cushy seat, so it's too much for my wrists to be flat. So a lot of times with these new seats, I do my fists with my thumbs pointing forward. If I was on a flat surface, then I would be able to flatten my palms. It's actually not good because you're hyperextending the wrists there. It can be too much. So if you feel any wrist discomfort, try switching. Same thing with yoga. If you use double mats, switch to a crisscross mat or come onto those fists. All right, let's just march in place again. If you're never sure what to do, just march in place. Shoulders are relaxed, pay attention to your alignment. High knees, slow it down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna do a little side thing here. So, it's firmly planted on that right leg. You can lightly tap the chair. Let's grab the ball. Why not? Left leg, up to the side, toes point out to the side. We're going to be at an angle. We're going to bring the elbow to the knee, little side crunch. All right, little side crunch here. Again, don't do anything that doesn't feel right. If you have any hip issues, keep dropping that ball. You know, if that doesn't feel right, then modify, bring it in. Remember, core is engaged. Breathe in as we open, exhale, elbow to knee. Open. See if you can just lightly tap or hover the toe. Breathe in as we open, exhale together. Open, together, and open, together, and open, together, and open, together, and open, together. Hold this here, little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ah, release. Even though I'm tapping the chair, it's a very light. I am not leaning on it. All right. Now, feet up and apart. Tap the chair with the right hand. Sweep that left arm up. And, oh, nice stretch. Yes. Through that left side. Sweep that arm up and down. Bring that right hand behind the head. Elbow back. Receive a breath. Now reach down towards that left knee. Bring that right elbow up. Come back to center. You're going to bring the ball in between the thighs. A little tension and release here. Engaging that pelvic floor, which is also part of the core. All right, we're not going to drop the ball. We're going to squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Squeezing those glutes too. Squeeze and release. squeeze and release, squeeze and release, squeeze and release, and squeeze and hold, and hold, and hold, and release. Let's release that ball. Okay, we're going to march over to the other side. Nice, tall marching. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's grab that ball. Alongside the seat back, shift that weight over that left leg, lightly tap the chair, right foot out at a slight angle, right arm up. This is going to be a side crunch, elbow to knee. So very lightly you're hovering the toes. Breathe in as we open, exhale, elbow to knee. Breathe in as we open, elbow to knee. Breathe in as we open, exhale, close. 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 4, and 3, remember to breathe, and 2, and 1. Little 8 pulses, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, feet pointing forward again. Lightly tap the chair. Sweep that right arm up. Stretch out that right side. Feels so good. Reaching towards that chair. Bring that right arm up and down. Bring that left hand behind the head. Elbows out to the side. And then reach down towards that right knee like we're against the wall. Back to center. And let's bring both arms down. We're going to do that inner thigh squeeze again. Bring the ball in between the thighs. You never want to between the knees, so thighs. Wherever you can. All right, feet hip width apart. We're going to squeeze and release. Cores engaged, shoulders above the hips. Squeeze and release. Squeeze in those glutes. Pelvic floor. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. Squeeze and release. And squeeze and hold. We're going to hold this for 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Keep squeezing. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And release. Let's remove that ball. All right. We're going to come down to the chair. Actually, this is a good time because we're going to do just a little bit in the chair, and then we'll transition into the yoga part. So if you want to grab some water, if your water's to the side, you want to make sure you keep your head above the heart when you reach for it. If it's underneath your chair, then you want to sit down, bring one leg out to the side, support it with the opposite hand, and reach laterally to get it, and come back up. All right, I suggest some water. Oh, we didn't walk the line today. We'll do that another time. All right. It's always a nice balancing move that you're surprised that it's as hard as it is. All right. Come out towards the front of the chair. All right, we're going to use the ball. We're going to do a little cross. So we're going to we want to be out towards the chair so we have that clearance. All right. Bring the right arm, and you can hold the chair underneath with that left hand, and bring left leg out, and an elbow to knee. Cross, and across. Open, and together. And open, and together. And open. Together, and 8. We open out to the side, and then we cross. Open, together. Open, elbow to knee, and open, and together. Let's bring that arm down, engage the core, bring that knee in. Ball's in the left hand, right hand underneath the chair. Leg out, again, not uncomfortably out. Just out, extend that left arm out to the side, reposition that left foot underneath the knee, bounce, and then elbow to knee. Extend, together. Don't sink back. Keep the spine long. Open, together. And open, together. And 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. I think it's actually harder in the chair. All right, let's put the ball down for now. And I'm going to show you what I'm doing. We're forward. We're going to grab either side of the seat back, and we're going to come back into a V-sit. All right? Come back into a V-sit like this. Bring those knees up. So just like we would on the mat, core is engaged. From here, if it feels right, you can either just hold this balance, Or extend the right leg and bring it in. And left, and in, and right, and in. Extend the left, and in, and right, and in, and left, and in. 4 more sets, and in, and left, and in, and right, and in, and left. 2 more sets, right, and in, and left, and in, and right, and in, and left, and in. Just come forward, nice and careful. Bring those feet down. Feet hip width apart. We're going to cross that right ankle over the left. Bring our hands to our thighs. Make sure you're firm, you're on the chair enough. You don't slide off the front of the chair. Hands to the knees. And breathing in as we come forward. Leading with the chin in the chest, lifting the tailbone. Releasing that lower back, gaze out in front. Engage the core as we come back to center. Leading in as we come forward, lifting the tailbone, gaze out in front. Engage the pelvic floor and the core as we come back to center. Now, if we can, comfortably, let's bring that right leg up on the top of that left thigh, kind of like what we did in chair pose, standing. Now, reposition that left foot underneath the knee, hands to the shins, shoulders loose. Breathe in as we start to come forward. Just going to have that same feel, only now you're supported by the chair. You can maybe go a little deeper, feeling that right hamstring. Receive another breath in, lift and lengthen. Coming a little bit deeper. Or wherever is right for you, maybe you don't want to go so deep. Listen to your body. Engage that pelvic floor and the core. Keep the spine long as we come back up. Now keep the hands here, either on the thighs or on the shins, and just bring the chest forward. Bringing the elbows back, shoulder blades together. Opening the throat, tipping the chin up. And everything back to center. Let's unwind. Summer across that left ankle over the right. Hands inside the knees, shoulders loose, coming forward, opening up to the chest, lifting the tailbone. As we breathe in, engage the core as we come back to center. Breathing in, coming forward, opening up to the chin and the chest, lifting the tailbone. Maybe a little bit deeper, engage the core as we come back to center. You can stay here, or you can sweep that left leg up on the top of that right thigh. If you do, reposition that right foot underneath the knee. Bring your hands to your shins, or keep them on your thighs if the ankles are crossed. Receiving a breath, coming forward a little bit deeper. Remember to lead with the chin and the chest. You should feel that opening through the hips, release to the lower back. Breath in, lengthen the spine. If it feels right, you want to go a little deeper, or you can stay right where you are. I can't see from here who's watching, so I know that I'm among all my good friends, so happy that you guys are here. Receive a breath. Lengthen, engage the core as we come back up. Now keep the hands where they are. Now just bring the shoulder blades back as you bring the heart forward and tip the chin up, opening the throat. And back to center. Unwind and see. Let's reach down and grab that ball. Put it coming back to center. All right. It's kind of good to use the ball. All right. Sit up tall. Come towards that front of the chair again. And we're going to pass the ball up and over, alternating bringing one leg up and then the other. When we do, we don't shift back. We want to keep the spine long. We're going to start lower and come up a little bit higher. That's up to you. Again, if you don't feel comfortable lifting the legs, you don't need to. If you have limited range of motion, you can bring one arm up and then the other. Ball's in the right hand, pass it from up and pass it underneath that left leg. Breathing in as we pass it up and over, exhale underneath the right. Breathe in as we pass it up and over, exhale underneath the left. Breathe in as we pass it up and over, exhale underneath the right. Breathe in, stay up nice and tall, exhale underneath the left. Breathe in, pass it up and over, exhale underneath the right. One more set, up and over, underneath the left. Breathe in as we pass it up and over, exhale underneath the right. Gonna reach up to the sky. Nice full body stretch. We're being pulled apart. Balls being pulled away from us, receiving a breath. Lengthening, decompressing. On the exhale, they just let go. Balls hovering the crown of the head, elbows out to either side. Spine stays long, shoulders are relaxed. Stay here, receive a breath. Gently turn your head to the right. Just a quarter of a turn. Don't force it. Come back to center as we breathe in. On the exhale, turning our head to the left. Just a quarter of a turn. Come back to center as we breathe in. Tip the chin down. Looking down between the legs. Breathe in as we tip the chin up. Not dropping the head back, just opening the throat. Exhale back to center. Bringing the arms up. This time, underneath both legs. Let's start from left to right. Keep the spine long. Pass it up and over. Over as we breathe in. Exhale underneath both, leading with the chest. Breathe in as we pass it up and over. Exhale underneath both. Breathe in as we pass it up and over. Exhale underneath both. One more time. Pass it up and over. Come the whole way down. Reach underneath. Grab your opposite elbow with your opposite hand. Hold the ball in the other hand. Receive a breath. And on the exhale, give ourselves a big, big hug, a big squeeze. Release that lower back. Release the squeeze. Still holding on to everything. Receive a breath. I'm going to turn back around. Now on the exhale, we're going to shift our hips to the right and look back past that right shoulder. We're getting that stretch to that left side. Coming back to center as we breathe in. Shifting our hips to the left, looking back past that left shoulder. Coming back to center. The ball is either going to be in between the toes on the floor as we open those knees, or you can bring your forearms onto your thighs. Hold the ball in your hand. I'm going to start this way and go into the other. So keep the spine long. Receive a breath. As we start to come forward, if you're holding the ball, bring the chest to the ball as we open those knees. If the ball's on the floor, receive another breath. You might want to start to roll the ball out. Keep the gaze out in front of the ball. Each person's different here. Listen to your body. Lengthen the spine as we breathe in. On the exhale, maybe we want to go a little bit deeper. Another breath in. Lengthen. And start to just feel any tension you're holding on to release. Now one more breath in. Lengthen the spine. This time we're going to round and roll up. Tucking the chin one vertebrae at a time. Bring the knees together. Rolling the ball up the shins. Sitting up nice and tall. All right. I'm going to bring the ball in the right hand. Shoulders above the hips. Bring it up overhead. Sit up tall. Exhale out in front. So again, a little bit more core here. We're going to keep that spine long and core is engaged. I'm going to reach out for 2 and back for 2 and up. So the back's not arching or arching down for 2. I did a lot of marching today. Reach out for 2 and back for 2 and up for 2 and down. Pelvic floor is engaged too. Core is engaged for 2 and back for 2 and up for 2 and down for 2 and out for 2 and back for 2 and up for 2 and down for 2. We're going to stay here. Bring the ball in, elbows up to the sides and extend. Ball in and extend and in and extend and in and extend. Bring the ball out to either side. Our ball's in the right hand, arms out to either side. Palms forward, thumbs up. Shoulders are relaxed. Sit up tall. Receive a breath on the exhale. We're going to turn our head to the right. Look towards the ball as we rotate the opposite arm. So the left thumb is pointing down, looking towards that ball. Bring everything back to center. Bring the ball behind. Now, ball in the left hand. Palms forward, thumbs up. Sit up nice and tall. Receive a breath. This time, turn your head to the left. Rotate the right arm. Right thumb pointing down, looking towards that left ball. Bring everything back to center. Bring the ball behind. Come out towards the front of the chair. Hold the ball. Pulling the shoulder blades together. Receive a breath coming forward. 45 degrees. Bring the arms up behind us. Core is engaged. Pelvic floor is engaged. Receive a breath as we come back to center. Okay. Then bring the ball out in front. Let's come, well, about halfway back in the seat because we want to have options. We're going to do a little range of motion. We're going to pass the ball around and behind. So you can either pass it around behind the chair or pass it around behind your back. So you probably do want to come back further into the seat back or from one side and the other if you don't have that full range of motion. So the whole way back into the seat, not the seat back. Shoulders above the hips, arms out in front, shoulders relaxed. Pass the ball around and behind as we breathe in and exhale back to center. Around and behind as we breathe in. Now, if you have a really wide seat back and it's hard to do it, then shift forward in the chair and pass it behind your back. Around and behind and back to center. All right, let's bring that ball up and down. We are going to stand up just for a little bit here. So you can put the ball down. Again, you can bring that leg out to the side and laterally put that ball underneath. So let's come towards the front of the chair. We want the feet underneath the knees. Okay, you don't want them back here. You put pressure in the knees. Core is engaged. We're going to come up, and we're going to come behind the chair. So let's come behind the chair. Don't worry, we're going to end up in the chair. All right. So let's stand back enough so we can do some half folds. Feet hip width apart, pointing forward. Core is engaged. Bring those arms down along our sides. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Feeling ourselves like a nice tall line and a cord at the crown of our head pulling us up into the heavens. This is our mountain peak. And then we have this grounded base and our feet are growing roots into the earth. Reaching those fingers down, down towards the earth. Letting those shoulders sink. Keep that nice long spine, sweeping the arms up and back. Press the hips forward. Now reaching out in front. Folding halfway. I'm going to turn the chair sideways. So fold halfway. Arms extended. Feet hip width apart. Head in between the shoulders above the heart. Let's just stay here for this nice release. Whole way down the spine, down to the hips, back of the leg. Bending the knees, lowering the hips, hands on our thighs, open up to the chest, little standing cat and cow. Exhale, round. Breathe in as we open. Exhale, round. Breathing in as we open. Exhale, round. Tuck the chin one more time. Breathe in as we open. Gaze out in front. Now round and roll up, one vertebrae at a time. Nice and tall. Sweeping the arms up. Palms together. Hands to heart center. I'm going to do this again. Feet hip width apart. Sweep the arms up and back. Press the hips forward. Exhaling, leading with the chest. Folding halfway. Keep the spine long. Just taking a breath. Core is engaged. Lowering the hips. Hands on our thighs. Open up to the chest. Exhale, round and roll up. Tucking the chin one vertebrae at a time. Sweeping the arms up. Palms together. Hands to heart center. So let's, I'm going to move the chair forward because we're going to add to this. I'm going to do a little warrior 3 behind the chair. First, let's bring that right foot forward, left leg back. Shifting forward to that front knee, press that back heel down. Now angle that back foot, that left foot, to the front and the side. Gently pivoting that left hip forward. Sweeping the arms up in little warrior 1. Shoulders relaxed, slight rotation of the arms, opening the heart. Bring the palms together, hands to heart center. Press through that back heel, sweeping your arms up. Now bring that right hand to the chair as we pivot that left foot out to the side, opening those hips against the wall. Extend that left arm, keep that front knee bent, extend the right arm. Feet are perpendicular, heels in alignment. Shoulders are relaxed, shoulders above the hips. Receive a breath. Now just bringing that left hip up as we reach forward through that front arm. You can also hold on to the chair if you need to. Coming back to center, sweep that back arm down the back of the leg. Front arm up and over like a C. Shift, keep that front knee behind the toes, open the heart as we breathe in, looking up. On the exhale, looking down, reaching towards that back knee. Sweeping that right arm up. Bring that hand to the chair. Going to pivot everything forward. We're going to bring that right leg back part way, and we're going to bring that left leg out behind us. All right, so that right foot is underneath the knee, underneath the hip. Bring that left leg out. Holding on to the chair, hips are level, looking at the floor. Receive a breath. Now press through that back heel. Press that back heel, level those hips, point the toes, receive a breath. Bring the knee in and extend. If you can, bring that foot out to the side, to the right side, firmly holding the chair so that left knee is bent, and then look towards that left wall. Firmly balanced on that right leg. And then extend that left leg. Bring that left foot to meet the right. Lower the hips, hands under our thighs, open up to the chest. Exhale, round and roll up, tucking the chin one vertebrae at a time. Sweeping your arms up, palms together. Let's sink down into a little chair pose. Pelvic floor is engaged. That fire building in those legs. Reaching up and back and down. I'm going to turn the chair around. Remember, you're facing forward. So we're facing the seat back. This time, going to bring that left foot forward, right leg back. First, shift the hips forward. Now, angle that back foot to the side and the front. Front knee bent behind the toes. You can bring your hands to your fists. The chair is always there if you need it for one arm. Or bring both arms up, pivoting those hips forward. Slight rotation of the arms. Shoulders are relaxed. Gaze out in front, opening up through the heart. In through the nose. And out through the nose. Bringing the palms together. Forgot to switch the breath if you weren't already engaged in the yogic breathing. Pressing the shoulders down, opening the heart. that back of the throat Ujjayi breath. Sweeping the arms up. Now bring that left hand to the chair and just pivot that right foot. So the only thing that moves, it looks weird because I'm at a weird angle there. The heels are in alignment. Bring that right arm out to the side. Back foot forward, or front foot to the forward, back foot to the side. And then extend that left arm and look out over that front arm. So this is your time to use that breath to just shift your butt, let your body shift and adjust. Opening those hips up against the wall, shoulders are relaxed, feel aligned from one middle finger to the other. Shoulders above the hips. Now another breath. And just from the hips, we're going to hinge forward through that left arm. That right hip up, coming back to center as we breathe in. Bring that right arm down the back of the leg, front arm up and over like a C. Looking up towards the sky as we breathe in. On the exhale, looking down the back of the leg, reaching towards that front knee. Coming back to center. Bring that left hand to the chair, that right leg forward. Bring that left leg back part way and bring that right leg out to the side. I'm going to shift forward a little bit more. So your arms are extended, left leg pointing forward, hips are level, right leg out, press through that back heel, and then point the toes, breathe in, bring that knee in. On the exhale, extend that leg, receive a breath. Just stay there. I'm going to shift forward a little bit more so you can see what I'm going to do here. Now, hips level, bend that knee, bring the foot up. If this is all you want to do, that's fine. Or, if you can open that hip, bring that foot out to the side and firmly holding onto the chair, look towards that right wall. And you can always add to this by extending the leg. Crescent moon. Receive a breath. That knee back in. Bring that leg down. Sink back through the hips. Lower the hips. Hands on our thighs. Open up to the chest. Exhale, round and roll up. Tucking the chin one vertebrae at a time. Sweeping the arms up. Palms together. Hands to heart center. Let's come back down to the chair. Get some water if you need it. And we're going to, let's sit back down. I'm going to stay here. Let's grab the ball. Hopefully it's underneath the chair or close by. So we come towards the front of the chair. We're going to do a little side angle lunge yet. Seated this time. So core is engaged, shoulders above the hips. Bring that right leg out. Just part way at first. And exhale back. Breathe in as we bring it out a little bit deeper. And exhale back. Breathe in, open up a little bit deeper yet. Come to the corner of the chair, sitting at a right angle. Bring your right hand or forearm onto the thigh. Hold the ball in the left hand. So we sweep that arm up to the sky. Reach up. So, shoulders above the hips, and that arm is straight up from the shoulder. Reach up, rotating that left hand. 3 times one way, rotating that ball. 3 times the other way. Reach up, lengthen on the exhale. Just bring that arm down, palm through head and gaze, set in our thigh. Breathe in as we open up against the wall. Exhale, scoop it down and under. Breathe in as we sweep it up against the wall. Exhale, scoop it down and under. Breathe in as we sweep it up. Reach up to the sky. Now extend that arm out past our ear, reaching out in front for that stretch for that whole left side. If you look up, you should see your elbow above your ear. We're reaching. Might look a little different where my angle is in the camera. Reach, reach, reach. And then bring that arm up. Bring that right hand to the thigh. Engage the core as you bring that right leg back in. Ball in the right hand. Sit up nice and tall. Bring that left leg out just part way at first. Engage the core. Exhale back to center. Breathe in. Bring that left leg out a little bit deeper. Engage the core as we come back to center. Now let's come out the whole way to a right angle. Sitting on the corner of the chair. Bring your left hand or forearm onto the thigh. Sweep that right arm up to the sky. Reach up. So the arm is above the shoulder, above the hip. Rotating. Nice big rotations with that hand and ball. 3 times one way. Remember to breathe. 3 times the other way. Now lift and lengthen on the exhale. We're going to scoop that arm down underneath the leg. Thumb through head and gaze. Breathe in as we sweep it up against the wall. Exhale, scoop it down and under. Breathe in, sweep it up against the wall. Exhale, scoop it down and under. One more time, sweep it up against the wall. Reach up, lift and lengthen. On the exhale, extend the arm out past our ear. Arm, one diagonal line. If you look up, you should see your elbow above your ear. Reaching through those fingers for that nice stretch to the right side. Just take a breath, bring that right arm up and down, engage the core as you bring that left knee in to meet the right. And we're going to keep that ball in the right hand, left arm down along the side, sweep that right arm up. Reach up, out to the side, and up and over. Tap that left shoulder up and out, palms facing up and over and up and out to the side and up and over. One more time, up, out to the side and up. Now let's bring the ball back between the shoulder blades, left hand to the front of that right elbow, lift and lengthen. As we breathe in on the exhale, see if we can walk the ball back just a little bit deeper, bringing the elbow back. Pressing that pelvic floor into the chair, opening up the heart. Receive a breath now. Lift and lengthen, gentle fold over to the left. Coming back to center. Bring the ball down. Keep the ball in the right hand. We're going to reach for that right wrist and just bring the shoulder blades together, opening up the chest. Coming forward at an angle if that feels right. Nice long spine. Engage the pelvic floor in the core as we come back up. Just bring the ball in the left hand. Right arm down along the side. Sweep that left arm up, out to the side, and up, and over. Tap that opposite shoulder up, and out to the side, and up, and over, and up, and out to the side, and up, and over, and up, and out to the side, and up. This time, bring the ball behind. Right hand to the front of that left elbow. Sit up nice and tall. Lift and lengthen. And on the exhale, maybe we can walk the ball down between the shoulder blades. A nice little tricep stretch as we bring that elbow back. Press the pelvic floor into the chair. Open up through the heart. Lift and lengthen as we breathe in. Gentle fold over to the right. Bring that arm down, reaching behind. Grab that left wrist. Open up to the chest. Bring the shoulder blades together. Keep the spine long. We'll come forward at a slight angle, bringing the arms up behind us. Engage the core as we come back to center. I'm going to bring that ball out in front. Just do a quick time check here. All right. So let's, we're done with the ball. I'm going to put the ball down. Just let it go. Let's shift ourselves the whole way into the seat. We're going to do a little breath work. So we're not leaning back yet. When we do lean back, we want to have that space and that support so we can. And we're going to do a little pursed lip breathing. We're going to breathe in through the nose and out through those pursed lips. Very gently, like we're cooling off a cup of tea, not forcefully. And the exhale is twice as long as the inhale. Like that, all right? In through the nose for maybe count of 3 or 4. Out through those pursed lips for a count of 6 or 8. This helps distribute oxygen in the body, helps with shortness of breath, helps clear the CO2 out, and it's very relaxing and calming. So we're going to do at least, we'll do first one together, and then we'll do at least 3, and you can do as many as you like. So you can have your eyes open or closed. If you get dizzy at all with your eyes closed, please open them. So first, sit up nice and tall, receiving a breath in through the nose, and out gently through those pursed lips, twice as long. So closing our eyes, doing at least 3 full cycles, as many as you need till you are fully supported and relaxed in the seat back. So let's start in through the nose. Remember, twice as long. Maybe you can even go a little longer and deeper with that exhale. Letting something release and relax on each exhale. Clearing the toxins. Emptying our thoughts, our mind, our stressors. Letting yourself sink gently into the seat back. Being supported. yourself to be here, supported, opening up our belly, our rib cage, and our heart center. And we exhale, let our chest deflate, belly deflates, as the pelvic floor rises. Keeping our eyes closed, we can start wiggling our fingers and toes, moving our hands and feet, bringing awareness to our bodies, to this space, the sound of our breath, the beat of our heart, the earth underneath us. As we move forward as one, united, supported, grounded, balanced, aligned, centered as love. Let's bring our palms together, hands to heart center. Start to rub our palms together, creating that heat and warmth between our palms. Once our palms are nice and warm, gently place them over our eyes, allowing our eyes to flutter open, getting used to the light as we start to lightly tap back and forth across our forehead, over to our temples. Very lightly rubbing little circles, open our mouth, let our jaw relax, our face relax, and our mind release as we gently let go and unwind. And then lightly tapping across our eyebrows to those two little indents at the inside of each eyebrow above our nose, these little at the inside of each eyebrow you can find in sinus pressure points. Press in here, breathe in real deep through the nose. And on the exhale, tap lightly down the outside of the nose, across the tops of the cheekbones, back and forth, lightly down the cheeks, down to the chin, lightly down the throat, down to the breastbone where our thymus gland lies, our immunity balance. So tapping here, rubbing little circles as we boost our immunity for the day, activate our heart space, clear out any congestion, opening our hearts, boosting our immune systems also. Let's stay here. We're going to do our 3 tones for our heart. That AH, ah, like that. So first one, expand and open the heart center. Let's receive a breath in together. Ah. send that love out through our root systems to each one of us here and each one of us that cannot be here, our family members, those overseas, those around the world, to all the plants and the trees and the animals and Mother Earth and the waters and the atmosphere. Sending love wherever we go, being love. Let's receive another breath. And last but not least, remembering to honor and nourish and love ourselves unconditionally no matter what. Be love, receive love, that balance, that nourishment, proper nutrition, movement, get outside, receive some vitamin D, some sunshine, receive nourishment, sleep in, do what feels right for you. Give yourself this space and this time and be grateful for who we are and what we do. Let's love ourselves. Another breath. Bring our palms together, hands to heart center. I honor the place in you in which the whole universe dwells. I honor the place in you which is of love and truth and light and peace. When you are in that place in you and I'm in that place in me, we are one. Namaste. Have a wonderful, glorious day. It's supposed to get sunny out. I just want to see who's here. Hi, Sharon, Brenda, Jennifer, Susan, and everyone else that I can't see because you're scrolled up. Thank you all. Have a wonderful week, and I will be back tomorrow. I think we're going to do some mat yoga tomorrow.